He's going to hunt you down. He's going to find out what's going on. And that's good. That's good for everybody. That's how you should be looking at this. Like, wow, we have a brilliant mind that is examining these really corrupt and goofy systems and bringing in a bunch of psychopath wisdom.
Just when you thought the drama had peaked, boom, it explodes right in our faces. Joe Rogan didn't just fire back at Whoopi Goldberg. He went full beast mode, no filter. No chill. Zero patience for what he's calling pure nonsense. Why? Because, once again, Whoopi unleashed on The View. But this time, she didn't just cross a line. She bulldozed right over it. Even Hollywood insiders were left stunned. This wasn't her usual sarcastic jab or side-eye sass. Nope. This time, she dropped some wild accusations live on air, claiming Elon Musk is secretly using his billions to manipulate government policies behind the scenes. Yeah, she really said that. No receipts. No evidence. No backup. And to top it all off, she said it in front of millions, like it was just casual gossip over morning coffee.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk? Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down.
The internet absolutely lost it. Viewers were stunned. Analysts were left scratching their heads. And Elon Musk? Oh, he wasn't about to let this one slide. He fired back, hard, slapping Whoopi Goldberg with a massive defamation lawsuit. No warnings. No negotiations. Just papers served and gloves off. But it gets even crazier. When Whoopi finally stepped into that courtroom, she cracked, completely. Tears. Shaking. A full-blown apology meltdown. She told the judge she regretted everything. Joe Rogan? Thought? He wasn't buying a second of it. He took to his podcast and ripped the whole thing wide open. She knew exactly what she was doing, he said. You don't get to make wild claims on national TV and then cry in court like it was all a joke. And Rogan's words hit hard. Fans went absolutely wild. Joe didn't hold back for a second. And honestly, what he said might just be the final blow to Whoopi's media career. She's already standing on thin ice. And now, with this lawsuit shaking the entire entertainment industry, even her usual defenders are starting to back away. And it all traces back to one smug moment. One reckless comment. One wild accusation that set everything on fire. During a heated segment on The View, Whoopi stared straight into the camera and casually suggested that Elon Musk and Senator J.D. Vance were secretly plotting something major, something political. He's not just tweeting anymore, she said. He's moving pieces behind the scenes. And then she dropped a nuclear bomb. If Donald Trump were somehow removed from office, she hinted, it would be part of Musk's master plan. No citations. No sources. No evidence. Just bold claims delivered with full confidence. Like it was some undeniable truth everyone should just accept. The delivery? Reckless. The timing? Disastrous. And the fallout? Oh, it hit faster and harder than anyone expected. And from the looks of it, this storm is just getting started.
Not really making the world a better place.
Right.
You're just allowing these financial institutions to enact control over corporations. And it's a really shifty, weird way they're doing it by making it seem like they're trying to make the world a better, more equal.
This wasn't just a spicy TV hot take. It was a full-blown allegation broadcasted to millions. And here's the kicker. She didn't quote a single credible source. No leaked documents. No whistleblowers. Not even a half-hearted allegedly or according to reports. Nothing. She just dropped it like gospel truth. And that's where she made her biggest mistake. Elon Musk? Yeah, he wasn't about to let that slide like some harmless gossip segment. Within days of that episode airing, legal paperwork was flying. Elon hit her with a lawsuit, accusing Whoopi of knowingly spreading false, damaging claims. Claims that, according to his legal team, caused Tesla's stock to tank and wrecked major business negotiations. One of those deals alone, reportedly worth over $100 million. Gone. Vanished. All because of one reckless comment made live on national TV, but Elon's not in this for some weak slap on the wrist. He's not looking for a symbolic, "don't do it again." He's swinging hard, demanding a massive financial payout for the alleged losses, a full public apology, and, most importantly, a live, televised retraction, just as loud and public as the original accusation. Meanwhile, Whoopi strolled into the courtroom like it was just another episode of The View. Cool, collected, probably thinking she could charm her way out of the mess.
When you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I did.
When the judge started laying out the full weight of the charges, and there were no cameras around to cut to commercial, that's when it hit her, and she broke. We're talking total emotional collapse. Tears streaming, voice cracking, apologies flying left and right. At one point, she even told the judge she never meant for it to go this far. But by then, it was way too late. Enter Joe Rogan. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe came in swinging, no sugarcoating, no pulling punches. He ripped into the situation with his signature bluntness and made it crystal clear. She knew exactly what she was doing, Rogan said. You don't sit on one of the most watched shows in America, toss out wild claims about one of the richest, most powerful men on the planet, and expect no consequences. That's not how the world works. Joe called Whoopi's courtroom breakdown a performance and slammed it as too little, too late. According to him, the damage was already done, and no amount of tears could fix it. And honestly, a lot of people agreed. Social media exploded after that episode dropped. Clips of Rogan's rant were everywhere, reposted, memed, turned into TikToks. It went viral overnight. Some even said Joe finally said what everyone else was too afraid to say out loud. His main point was simple. If you're going to make bold, dangerous accusations on national TV, accusations that can sway public opinion, crash companies, and destroy livelihoods, you'd better come with receipts, facts, evidence, anything. But Whoopi didn't. And now she's knee-deep in a legal nightmare, while Joe's words keep echoing across the internet. But this isn't just another celebrity feud. This feels like a turning point, a wake-up call about just how much unchecked power daytime hosts think they have, and how fast it can all come crashing down. At one point, Whoopi even said Musk could throw every Republican in jail, and just like that, the conversation spiraled into total chaos. Joe didn't let that one slide either. He absolutely shredded the hypocrisy behind her statement, calling it a perfect example of how disconnected some media figures have become. And this time, he didn't just talk in hypotheticals. He backed it up with cold, hard facts.
Stop Hitler by any means necessary. Wouldn't you stop Hitler? And so they equate Donald Trump with Hitler and go, here you go. This is our modern Hitler. Do you see what Whoopi Goldberg said?
What'd she say?
Whoopi Goldberg said that Biden could arrest all the Republicans and put them in jail. You just need to see how unhinged this kind of thinking is.
All those rights. He is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Whoa. He could throw every Republican in.
Joe Rogan didn't stop at calling out the moment. He went deep into Whoopi Goldberg's past and pulled out the receipts no one expected. He reminded his audience that not too long ago, Whoopi wasn't exactly anti-Trump. In fact, she used to joke around with him, praise some of his business moves, and even laugh along during his appearances on shows like The Apprentice. Rogan exposed old clips showing Whoopi smiling, laughing, and embracing the very man she now calls a threat. And the second it became politically profitable to turn on him, she flipped the script without missing a beat. Rogan didn't sugarcoat it. He called it exactly what it was: fake loyalty for political gain. He played the clips loud and clear. He named names. And he challenged his listeners to stop blindly trusting what they hear and start asking real questions. Is this about truth? Or is it about pushing a narrative that benefits certain people? Rogan's tone was serious, even confrontational, because to him, this isn't just entertainment anymore. It's manipulation. And he wants people to start thinking hard about whether the media is giving them facts or just stirring the pot for reactions. Meanwhile, the fallout? It's ugly. Since news of the lawsuit broke, Whoopi's been scrambling to do damage control. Court, she tried to backpedal hard, breaking down in tears, reportedly telling the judge, "I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I didn't expect this to go so far. But the courtroom isn't The View. and emotional breakdowns weren't about to sway a legal team that came prepared for war, because no matter how many tears she shed, the damage was already done, and the consequences were finally catching up. Joe Rogan weighed in on the courtroom drama.
I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you're on The View, when you were running for president.
Right. Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add president of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right. Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it. They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just